G and light the J. Come with rate, let them show you the way. DJ hours or buy the book. Nowhere to hide, come take a look. Rate trades, to bake trades, it all gets done while the man chills out under the Puerto Rican sun. Chat cooling out for one last trade. When the DJ now a sign flashes his on the way. Load up the Evo, contracts times 10. Look for that failure, trigger and do it again. Break out of the range and keep on with the trend. We're here doing DJ hours with all of our friends. Every day if we're green or red. Sometimes you just got a hood rap DJ and shit with your friends. Pour that Guinness or spark the J. We're gonna DJ with the sign on either way. Every day we got bored down. We're gonna yee an evil and go for the crown. Yo, pour that Guinness and spark the J. Time for DJing hours, the rake trays. Just that time again. Yo, it's that time again. Better flip the switch. Everybody scratching at the extra trade itch. Pour the Guinness, grind the tree. Always on live for all to see. Split the G and light the J. Come with rate, let them show you the way. DJ hours or buy the book. Nowhere to hide, come take a look. Rate trades, to bake trades, it all gets done while the man chills out under the Puerto Rican sun. Chat cooling out for one last trade. When the DJ now a sign flashes his on the way. Load up the Evo, contracts times 10. Look for that failure, trigger and do it again. Break out of the range and keep on with the trend. We're here doing DJ hours with all of our friends. Every day if we're green or red. Sometimes you just got a hood rap DJ and shit with your friends. Pour that Guinness or spark the J. We're gonna DJ with the sign on either way. Every day we got bored down. We're gonna yee an evil and go for the crown. Yo, pour that Guinness and spark the J. Time for DJing hours, the rake trays.
All right, what's up, guys? How are we doing? How we doing? Hanging in there, I hope. Mr. Papa Giorgio, Rags Up, Matterman, Hellboy, how's it going, guys? Thank you so much for being here. What a day! What a day! The old spot up, vol up regime in the house. Zach, my man. Kicking myself as I missed the move. Hey, there are days, right? But if you think this is the only day where the market runs for a few hundred points, look left. You know what I mean? We aren't salty at all. Oh man, I'm tired, guys. I was up very early this morning. Very early. Caught some overnight trades. Caught some SPX overnight trades, which is new. Trying to run it up on this options prop. So, unfortunately, I had to cap that one at $1,800, but allowed me to just kind of relax. So feeling good. Volatility was interesting today, but this is where if you guys attended any of those group classes, we kind of talked about the idea of volatility being more than just the VIX. And everybody that looks at the VIX and says, oh, when VIX goes up and price goes up, it's a sign of weakness or fragility. And then they try to short the top like an idiot. So if you know anybody like that, shame them. Say, hey, moron. Good job. What's up, sunshine? Can the ES keep running like this? Yes, indeed, folks. Yes, indeed. Shame, shame. That is right, Jonas. Shame on you, noobs who think you know anything about anything. What a loser. Anyway, yeah, there's this kind of crazy potential. As you guys can see, the range to the top, nothing but negative. Nothing but negative gamma. So the more we push up, the more we keep kind of squeezing, the more we get a spot up, volatility up kind of move. Every pop we go higher, the more it just reinforces this feedback loop, right? IV expands, market makers get short vega, which means they have to bid vol. Bid vol means more mechanical bidding in this negative gamma range as we move through these positions. Just a vicious feedback cycle. This is a mechanical squeeze of sorts. So if you guys remember Liberation Day and the rally we caught off the back of that, this should be very familiar to you. All right? What happens when we get in these negative gamma regimes and we break out of them? And volatility can't really go any lower past a certain point. You get the spot up, vol up, right? The higher we go, speculation higher, the market maker positioning just leads to these kind of vicious feedback loops, guys. And this is why when I say something is mechanical, you see it play out, right? I can't possibly go higher. Really? Hello? Come on, guys. You either get it or you don't. And if you don't, come learn. All right, big positions changed since the pre-market. Yes, indeed. Miller, what's up, dude? What's up, Dougie? Thank you for joining. Hopefully the stream is healthy. I keep seeing little buffering, so hopefully you guys aren't seeing that. If you are, please let me know. The last thing I want is streaming drama. Yeah, Zach, I saw that news on the old Arsenal signing. I have mixed feelings about old Bruno Guimaraes. He was such a dick when we played him a couple years ago, elbowing guys, and it's just kind of a little dirtball. He's a good player. I'm sure he'll be good for Arsenal, but I just don't really love him as a person or player. So we'll just have to deal with it. But yeah, guys, as you can see, if you've been on any of these streams before, you get it. You get the shape, right? We cover a big position. We get a squeezy mechanical move. If you guys could like draw a line on the day, and we were going to talk about something called VANA, right? The responsiveness to changes in implied volatility of these positions. As the IV expands and there's more speculation higher, and we get a strong bid in the market, the implied volatility changes. The higher the implied vol goes, the shorter vega the market maker book gets, the more they have to actually bid volatility. And if they're bidding volatility in a response to IV expanding, it's just more bidding. So bidding. Buffering. Are we buffering? Are we buffering? Frozen. Are we frozen? Are we live? Are we good? Confirm or deny. Sorry guys, I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully we get this figured out. What's up, Alex, Randy, Miggy, what's up? Better now? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I thought it was Bookmap. I have unbelievable connection, so my speed looks top notch. So I guess I'm really not sure what is happening right now, but we will get to the bottom of it, trust me. All right. So guys, again, we're just going to keep squeezing here. I mean, there's nothing really to talk about. It's just, this is just such a mechanical squeeze. You can see what's going to happen if we cover the next strike. We're just going to kind of keep going up the ladder here. We're going to get momentum. It's just a vicious feedback cycle. It's just a loop. It's just very mechanical. So if this keeps going, you can kind of see there's this natural kind of very, I mean, any other day you would not call this a balance, right? But when you look at the totality of what's above us, this is just a big negative gamma range. Like this is a incredibly mechanical, but also incredibly unhealthy move in the market. This is literally based on nothing. So the potential for this to be an absolute disaster in the coming days is actually increasing. So, yeah, this is really wild, honestly. My bet here, I didn't know anything at the moment, is that we're likely just seeing something. When you look at volatility and you consider it like a surface, right? You look at the vol surface. You have to think about all the different dates, right? All the different options, strategies, and hedges that were going on. And a lot of what was happening is the last few days when you saw these big dealer longs overhead, right? If we look at the pre-market positioning, for example, when you see days coming in, and let's see if you guys can see my mouse here. Right, we get these big, I mean, this isn't as big as yesterday was, right? You guys remember yesterday, it was way bigger. We had like a huge position at the top that got kind of worked through. But when you see those, essentially what's happening is somebody is taking all of this and they're selling it to make it cheaper to buy something like way down here, whether today or on another day, right? Like a calendar spread or something. So when you think about that, what that does is it kind of changes the way volatility is priced. It changes the way we interact with these positions, changes the way the vol surface looks, especially when people are doing that same thing, not just today, but into the future, September, August, October, November, December, right? And when volatility gets expensive in the sense of it's more expensive to buy downside protection, you start seeing more selling to the upside to offset it rather. Sorry guys, I've been up since like 3:30 my time, so you got to bear with me here. I'm going to be a little slow. Essentially, when that happens, it changes the dynamics. And then you can get to a point where because of the positioning, you can get into these feedback loops like we're seeing today, where once we clear a certain spot, and then you have these other Greek dynamics related to implied volatility and volatility, right? You get these feedback loops where it's like the more we get bid in the market past a certain point, especially when we start getting into this negative gamma territory, right? Where these overall negative positions are overhead, like we're seeing into the afternoon. You could even see that from the pre-market. But on a 25-point straddle, which was basically telling you coming in on the day, the market was saying this is about your upside, this is about your downside. And we have just maintained this same straddle value as a result of this volatility just kind of keeping us on this squeezy loop, right? Squeezed up to here. Covered this, squeezed. Covered this big resistance, squeezed. Get over this one, we'll squeeze higher and higher until we find some kind of a balance maybe up here. I don't know. But the way that volatility works is you can't just look at today and look at the front end. You look at the back end, right? It was getting very steep because as volatility was coming off in the front, it was still steep in the back end, meaning people were still pricing risk out into the future. But now they're starting to bring that down. And as that vol gets crushed in the back end and the term structure changes, it screws with everything else. But like right now, we're moving so quickly, so fast, so high. It's kind of making things really unstable in the market. And what tends to happen when you get these big mechanical rallies is if you don't actually have something that's going to prop that up and support it, things can get really, really hairy, right? So I think, oh my gosh. On a day like today, there's a lot that you can attribute to these mechanics, but at some point you got to kind of back off and just be like, hey, where this goes from here is totally beyond anything that I'm going to declare I have an edge on, right? You can understand parts of this and you can have some kind of an idea of like, wow, if we're outperforming in this way, if we're pushing right through positions that on another day you would never push through based on the straddle, based on the framework, based on the gamma, whatever, right? Then you have to kind of put your hands up in the air and just say, hey, I'm a passenger to this. And this is probably not a day that I want to have a whole lot of risk on. I either got this and took an entry from a place and I'm just letting this go where it goes, or you're some dipshit trying to short the top every time you see a little pullback, and then you're getting your nuts squeezed to the next spot, right? So don't be that moron. Just know if you missed it, you missed it. You don't have to participate. Just because you're seeing something kind of historic, right, that you haven't participated in before, doesn't mean that you have to try to chase an entry the other side. There's a day like today where you could sit there and say, I think we revert back through this and we finish down here because the shape kind of... On another day, that's probably a really valid point. Do you want to try to time that right now when you have a structure that tells you it could just keep squeezing the other way? Don't be a hero. Don't think you're smarter than the market. Right now, this is a mechanical move. This has nothing to do with anything about earnings, about the broader market, about the Middle East, right? Every little bit is just doing something mechanical. Market makers are basically just every time there's a pop, that IV expands, they have to buy. And then they reprice their volatility, which just reinforces the need to keep bidding. And we just keep popping up here. When people tell you something is mechanical and you see it playing out this way, this is not more buyers than sellers. Like whatever narrative you think exists out there, when you're moving into these new all-time highs and you're just like ramping like this and you see these positions and you have any awareness of the backdrop of the Greeks right now, and more importantly, the broader volatility surface and how the volatility, you know, like engages, but like there is something called vol of vol. It's called Volga. Okay. So depending on how market makers are positioned over their whole book, not just today, but across future dates, right? And then you have today, which is like the most impactful thing happening, but it also impacts their broader positions, okay? And then volatility is driving a lot of this. And then you have extra volatile volatility, right? And then you get some people bidding in the market. It's when I say the snake is eating its tail and it's a feedback loop, that is what you are seeing. Every action has a reaction. And in the right environment, in the perfect storm of perfect storms, you get something like this. That you, even with knowing this stuff, you can't actually account for when does it run out of steam. Because technically, everything that happens is just keeping it going. So if you want to speculate on exactly where we end up, guys, we could go to 7,800 on SPX today. And I would be completely unsurprised at that outcome. The straddle started at 25 points today. It is just now breaking under 20 for the first time. It is now 19 and change. But every time we get a pop through a position like this, what are we probably going to do? Just go to the next one. And if we cover that, then we'll probably get here. Maybe this is your kind of resting spot on the day. But to think that this has to return and fade back, good luck to you. But there's really there's no broader market answer for this beyond the mechanics of volatility and what's happening today. Anyone who tells you otherwise is absolutely blowing smoke up your ass. This has nothing to do with tech and AI and Iran, or Iran, whatever. This is just a purely mechanical move. You're just watching a feedback loop. It's fun. When you have some understanding of this stuff, it's great, but it's also like, I don't want to touch this, right? If I didn't catch this from the open, anything from here, you're wishing, you're hoping. You're just like getting lucky that you caught 10 points here or there on a little squeeze, right? But if you think that you had some kind of thesis on the day to account for this move beyond, hey, there's a mechanical squeeze once we get over this spot, right? You're probably full of shit. All right. Anyway, guys, I got some exciting news. I'm going to let a few more people join the stream here before I delve into it, but I did want to share. Let's see. Oh, I requested my second ever payout today. First one was way back in January. Wow, congratulations. I am happy to hear that. I'm extra happy because I know who you are and I know that you joined the group class, and I'm not going to take any credit for your successes, but it makes me happy that you've been on these streams, you've been following along, you've been trying to pick this up, and I hope in some small way you found some additional confidence in your trading. And if not, and you just like being here, all the same, big congrats to you. Securing those payouts when it's not a regular thing is no small feat. So super, super happy to have you here on the back of such a Joyous occasion. So let's give a shout for Anthea in the chat. Zay, what's up, buddy? I caught part of this move on options. I traded the overnight mostly. And I had some call spreads on, centered on this area and down here. 2 different call spreads on 2 different accounts. Or not call spreads, sorry, butterflies. My God, guys, I am not operating at full capacity. So I was looking for us to kind of do this and then just kind of grind out and then maybe go higher and revert back. But obviously we got to a point where the positioning was getting just run through. And now we're starting to see this kind of, again, this very mechanical move. And now the idea of us actually reverting is like a question of, at what point does that happen? And where is that strong balance without giving everything back? And I'm just not interested in trying to forecast that. Not on this kind of a move. Never seen anything like this, but ride the wave. No, I mean, this has happened before, guys. Like, this literally happens more than you probably think it does. So if you go back to this spring, go look at March, right? March into April into May, like there was actually like a very aggressive kind of covering from the pullback at that time. If you go back to Liberation Day, right, we had this big aggressive sell-off. Oh, the sky's falling, tariffs, holy shit. And then the rally back was actually even more aggressive than the sell-off on Liberation Day ever was, right? These things happen. If you go back to when we started Project 365, just for kicks, let's just go look on a daily chart. Let's go look back in April. Okay, what happened in March? Look at the rally in April. Chop, 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 chop. Steady, controlled move down. Holy hell, look at that move. Same exact scenario. Aggressive selling. Okay. Aggressive selling over a couple of days, right? Obviously, this was more consolidation, but the overall regime, if you look at how we were selling just a few days ago, and you looked at the overall negative gamma backdrop and how expensive things were getting from the vol standpoint in that moment, right? We were getting these vol spikes. VIX was sitting up around 20. When that gets crushed, okay, and I'm not saying this was off the back of a vol crush. I think that would be inaccurate. But overall, these kinds of aggressive moves, these huge candles where you're covering hundreds of points in a day, are mechanical mostly. It's not there's more buyers than sellers. It is just not that simple. It generally is coming on the back of some kind of mechanical move where volatility is getting repriced. There's a mechanical response of how these positions are being held, right? A lot of people get caught off sides, okay? And you run through these positions and it changes the vol surface in some way and you get these just very mechanical responsive bids. The problem becomes, what is the positioning after something like that is done? What kind of a move does it set you up for once that repricing is over? What happens when you go into an OPEX window, right? And some of these big key positions come off the board, right? Where is your support? Where are people hedging? How does that hedging actually support the market? This is not healthy. You can say, well, earnings across the board have been very positive. That's true. If you look at all of these earnings, they have been like overall kind of overwhelmingly above board. But the problem is, in a lot of ways, there's still so much risk out there that just kind of keeps being priced into the future that the market has pretty much already said to some degree, we expected things to be this good. But the things that are still lurking out there is where the danger is. So until the positioning shows up and says, hey, we're selling volatility to the downside as opposed to ponying up to buy it, you kind of have to cast a little bit of side eye on the back of this kind of a move. So, is the VIX going up today a sign of active flow kicking in, which is then also making dealers bid vol today? Trying to correlate active to passive flow today. There is some active flow, right? There are people bidding the market, but the impact of what you're seeing through these positions is outsized relative to what anyone else is doing. So the whole thing is, if you move through this position, implied vol is changing, right? You're in a negative Vanna environment. So as that volatility changes, as IV grows, the difference between what happens when you're in a spot price going down, volatility expanding, positive Vanna regime, right? Where any expansion that way actually accelerates things. You're now actually saying, as IV pops to the upside, we're going to bid. We're going to have to keep mechanically buying. And when market makers are offside on these positions and they're overall in their books called short Vega, okay, that means they have to actually bid the IV. They have to bid volatility. And when you have the volatility of volatility in a sensitive area, it's just a vicious feedback loop. Somebody comes in and bids, we move through a negative position where market makers have to buy futures anyway on the gamma front, right? That negative gamma accelerates us. It changes the delta very quickly, which means the IV expands, which means they have to bid on the back of that change also. And then you, right? Are we seeing the picture here? When I say mechanical, it's because everything just kind of keeps happening in tandem. So what would normally happen when we're up here is what? If you don't actually get that sustaining momentum higher, you're likely to sell back through all of this the second that momentum subsides. But right now we just keep on going. It just keeps going. It's just squeezing. Everything is reacting and forcing this next move. So days like this are not typical, obviously. We literally have moved 100 points in a straight line, basically. You've got 1, 2, 3 red 10-minute candles on the day. Someone's asking for an NQ target. I don't really have one for you, boss. Nobody does. If I was going off of ES and this structure, I'd say, I don't know, what's another 20 points on ES for NQ? 20 points of ES is what? Like 520 to 740, so 60 points equals how much on NQ? 200 points. Maybe another 100 points off the back of that. 75 points, I don't know, conservatively. That's the best I could give you there. If I was just going off of this and saying, hey, if we move from here and get another 20 points to this area, right? 55 to 75-ish on ES. I'm guessing that's about 75 to 100 points on NQ. If I think there's no peace deal tomorrow again, imbalance from the last 2 days can reset. I mean, if my grandma had wheels, she'd be a bike, dude. I wish I had an answer for you on that one. The Middle East thing is just so not a factor anymore in reality, right? Every headline that has happened about the Middle East has had a less and less adverse impact on the market. The only thing that's going to matter out of the Middle East, truly, is going to be when the reality hits around oil and energy pricing. They're doing everything they can to manipulate this market to try to keep a lid on things. Whether it's the yen intervention, right? Whether it's rates, okay? The market reacted very poorly to Warsh. Why? Because he showed his whole ass to the world that he is not who he says he was going to be, right? He is not addressing inflation. He is not, the only thing he's not doing is he's not giving forward guidance, which was his whole spiel, right? The market does not believe in him. That's the only one thing we know for sure from lately. Beyond the fact that Besant, the Treasury, and the Fed, everybody is going to try to put the lipstick on the pig a little bit longer. Okay, they're just going to try to keep this momentum going. They're going to try to support AI as the key driver of growth in this country. And they're trying their damnedest to make sure they can get energy pricing controlled ahead of the midterms. But nobody's here to hear me talk about macro stuff. But that's just fact. But that's my opinion on that. So eventually the other shoe is going to drop. People can put their head in the sand all they want, and we can keep on riding this wave, and that's fine. right? I trade day to day, but I also am hedged to the tits. And vol is very cheap right now, and I would 100% be rolling out some hedges from here. Even though we are in a spot up, vol up regime at the moment, the floor on VIX is what it is. We are not going to VIX 13 or 14 or something like that. When it happens, it's going to be way more violent than anyone's ready for, and that's just going to be reality, right? You have a big aggressive move up like this, you're going to get the elevator down the other direction. That's just how it's going to go. And that's fine, right? Trade your view day to day. Have a hedge on when it's cheap. I'm hedged all the way into December, dude. I am hedged every month from here on out. I would advise everybody to do the same. It makes trading much less stressful, right? When you have some kind of downside protection to some degree. It doesn't mean that you're betting on downside. It just means that you are prepared if there is. That way you can trade whatever direction you want on a given day if you know that you have some protection just in case. That's why they call it a hedge, right? You're hedging against something else. Oh, anyway, what did I have for you guys? Oh, I have some news. We have some great partners. Obviously, you guys know I am sitting on some funded Tradeify growth accounts. I am ready to take a payout on 2 of the 3. That stupid consistency rule got me. I thought it was 40%, it was 35%. So beyond that, I have started trading this optionsfunding.co or something. I didn't do Vanquish because they don't let you actually trade SPX the way that I would like to. So I took this other company on and I'm just dabbling with that, which has been fun. Because I trade my personal account on TradeStation for SPX every day. And this is just something else to do to try to milk it because it's easy. So that's another thing for me. But the other one that's out there is, in addition to our great partners like Lucid and Tradeify, there is one out there called 10-4 that I have thankfully been told I was moved live today. So I am a live funded trader with 10-4. They are a newer prop firm. And I know that we are kind of more focused lately on our biggest partners, but I did just want to say and give a shout to these guys. They are a little newer in the space. I've had a very positive experience with them, great feedback, and I did just want to give them a shout and just let them know I am very thankful for the opportunity. And even though I like to yeet a lot of my funded accounts because I make most of my money on SPX, I just wanted to give them a shout for that. And as part of that, I'm going to announce to you today that with this move to live, I have a code to give away. So today, I am going to give away a code, and then we're going to do another giveaway code from my Instagram. So go follow me there. One of them is going to be a freebie, fully free all the way. It is a daily 25K account at 10-4. The other is going to be a buy one, get one situation. So if you can confirm to me with the drawing that you have purchased an Origin account, a 25K Origin account or any other account with 10-4 on Instagram, that winner of the Instagram giveaway will then get a code for a free account. So that one's going to be like a buy one, get one kind of situation. But today, here on stream, I'm going to give away a daily 25K 10-4 prop account to one lucky winner. So if any of you in here are looking for a different partner, if you've already maxed out with one of our other great partners like Lucid or Tradeify, Top Step, whoever else you are using, I just want to give a quick shout out to 10-4. I have been moved live there. And as we continue to get this mechanical squeeze today, and there's not really a whole lot to do, we are going to give away that account. So if you guys would like to enter, I'm going to get that ready to go. I am going to do the old Streamlabs. So we will run that giveaway here in about 8 minutes. I will start that in 8 minutes and I will let you guys know when to start spam and enter and all that fun stuff, but I did just want to give those guys a shout out. I originally tried their daily accounts, and the payouts were unbelievably fast. So shout out to 10-4 and all my guys over there. And I am looking forward to taking the long road on a live account and treating it like my personal and seeing how long we can get that thing going, how many payouts we can get out of it. All right, guys, I am trying to find the giveaway thing here. I might be a blind man. Clubbot giveaways. I'm going to let this timer go for a while. You guys can just start now. Who cares? Just go. I will say, actually, ZP, the extra drawdown is no longer on those accounts. The initial drawdown obviously was kind of like the first little bit when they dropped those accounts. So the origin drawdowns are no longer 2,500, they're 2,000, which is standard across all props, guys, right? Like, you just got to think about the trade-off there. I will say, payouts are very fast. They have some unique TradingView integration with CGQ. And essentially what it is it's like what a lot of hedge funds and other bigger firms use for their broker. And it allows you to do the drag and drop of the stop loss and take profit right in TradingView, which is pretty cool. So if you guys want to give that a shout, a try, I recommend it. Like I said, I got moved live with Lucid not long ago, and right now I am waiting to take a payout on these Tradeify growth accounts. But today we're just going to do this 10-4 giveaway to celebrate me getting moved live with this new firm from our friends at 10-4. And then hopefully we have some positive news if you are wanting to start trading like I do with the VS3D platform. So hope to have something for you guys very soon on that front. And if so, I will share that with you as soon as I am able. And if you guys have questions, make sure to hit up Leto in the chat. Leto is here from 10-4. He is also a fellow Gamma geek learning the ways of the Greeks alongside some of the others of you in here that have taken some of those group classes or just tuning in every day on stream for free here at Project 365. So very much appreciate you guys being here and joining us. Obviously today is a crazy day, a really great day, honestly, to understand why volatility and gamma kind of go hand in hand. One feeds the other. They are all related. You can't have gamma as an influence without having vol as an influence. So if you guys want to start thinking about something and you look at these positions on my screen, I'll just cover this very briefly. Some people really struggle with this. Look at it this way. If we're right where we are and we've got this position right here, and you think that if market makers are short this position, right, that red bar means that if price is below it, market makers are selling. They're negative, right? They're selling futures. If price keeps doing this and moves into this position and pops on the other side of it, now market makers start buying futures, okay? Because they're trying to remain neutral. They want to be flat right here. But what happens is when price moves up, the implied volatility or the implied value of these contracts up here that they're holding changes, right? Because what does implied volatility mean? It's how likely something is to finish in or out of the money. So when you guys see me talk every day about after the London close, after this blue line, and then we've got a race we're running until this blue line, when price moves up or down, if volatility reprices the odds of something finishing in the money or out of the money, right? All of these things are relating to how price is going to move based on what market makers have to do. So if we move closer to these positions up here, the possibility of those positions finishing in or out of the money changes, right? It redistributes. And there's a reason why if I right now went and I took an SPX call way up here, The odds of that finishing in the money right now are not very good. But if we get a big pop and we cover this position and it gets me there really quickly or closer to it very quickly, what happens? It gets worth more money, right? My premium changes. When that happens, market makers have to buy more futures, right? Because that IV is changing. And in this environment, we know that if IV changes, they're buying even more than they normally would on another day. We are in a unique environment where the Vanna, the Greek that deals with the implied volatility reaction of these positions on the delta that the market maker holds, right, is such that every time the IV reprices, they have to mechanically do more than normal. So realized volatility is how close do we get to me getting what I paid for this thing? So if the implied value is saying, hey, this is worth $500 right here, $500 right now, and we pop and get even closer and this thing is no longer 500 and now it's like 1,500, right? I'm realizing more of what that value was implied to be, right? I'm getting more for my money. But the second we reject and pull back, this thing is definitely not worth 1,500 anymore. It's not worth 500 anymore. Now it's only worth 200. So the realized volatility did not happen, right? I didn't get to realize that money. So when we talk about volatility and these positions and why gamma matters, it's because they all work in a loop. Gamma is how quickly something changes, right? If we move through this position, what happens? We squeeze to this one. If we move through this position, we get this nice big pop until the next one. If we move through this position, what are you going to see? Probably another big, green, blue bar until up here. Okay. If we sold backwards through this whole position, especially this one, if we sold through that back lower, we'd probably see a really aggressive move. Because when that changes, when that move happens, when that sell happens, the IV of everything down here is changing, just like everything above us changes. And depending on how that is and what we know about these positions, we also know what to expect when things like that happen. That's the edge in this. Nothing exists in isolation, right? Everything touches something else. So if I know what one reaction leads to, I know what the reaction of the next thing can lead to. And if I know the overall backdrop, I know why we're getting this very mechanical squeezy move and why if we cover this position, we're getting this mechanical squeezy move higher as well, right? All right, let me check in here. Okay, we've got these guys doing the giveaway entry. If you guys are late here, I just realized I did not have live chat on. I had top chat on. Sorry, guys. If you guys are late here, did I not start that giveaway? There we go. Go ahead and hit exclamation point enter, guys. You will be entered for the 10-4 daily 25K account giveaway. This is a celebration for going live. So I will get something on the screen here so you guys know what is happening. Beware my god-awful OBS skills. My apologies there. But make sure you hit that exclamation enter, get yourself entered in that 10-4 account giveaway. Again, I will be doing one on Instagram as well. For that one, Instagram, you are going to need to follow me. We will do a little drawing there based on whoever likes and follows and leaves a comment. And when you do that, if you buy any account with 10-4 then we will get you the code. So it's basically buy one, get one free, and you will get another account code from 10-4. Sorry, I did see a note here about the indicator. The indicator is not something I'm selling, guys. The indicator is literally just something that I coded with Claude. It's just a very basic Pine script. And if you don't have the third-party data platform to put the values in, the indicator would not show you anything, unfortunately. So I use VS3D. Hope to be a partner with them very soon and have something fun to announce that might make things a little more exciting for you on that front. So stay tuned for more there. Hopefully in the coming days, we'll have something to announce for you. Yeah. So that is the deal with the indicator. I saw somebody asking about the group classes. So here's the deal, guys. I am trying to, there's been a lot more demand than I thought. And then attendance has been a little, not really what I thought for how frequently I've been doing them. So what my plan is to actually just kind of like give it a pause. I'm going to pick a day. I'm going to pick a time. And we're going to say, if you've never attended a group class before, here's like your one. This is what everybody else did. This is like our very first kind of starter group class. And then we'll give it a couple more weeks and we'll say, okay, if you want to do another one and you want to cover some more topics, right? Then we'll do our follow-up group class where we're not just talking about the Greeks. We're going into how they react a little bit more. We'll look at some examples of a day like today and break down the mechanics. We'll talk about some of the different option strategies that I trade based on things I see on the profile. What allows me to be patient on a certain day given the gamma regime, right? Or what I look for to say like this is an A+ setup. We can talk about those things, do a bit of a Q&A, but I think it would be best served, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. I think if we give it a little more time and spread it out, it's a better use of my time. I have better time to prepare something for you. Than just doing like onesie twosies where I get like 5 people here and 2 people here. Like I'm taking that hour out of my day away from my kids and my family and I have their stuff going on after the bell and after my day job as well. So I really want to try to just like standardize this, and I appreciate everybody's patience for dealing with me trying to figure that out. I hate spamming Instagram and talking about it, but I'm trying to be responsive to you guys. Because I know many of you that are here on this live stream for free are trying to pursue that. And I am so thankful for you doing that. And I want to be the guy to help you get there on your journey with regards to the Greeks and gamma and everything. So I'm very thankful for that and for you guys attending, but I just want to make sure that I'm doing it the right way and that it's actually valuable to you, right? I don't just want to do this thing like every 3 days. And it's just a lot of time. It's a commitment. And I just want to make sure that it's actually like more people can get signed up that way. It won't be so kind of like onesie twosie. And again, that'll give us a good plan for moving forward, right? So like it gives you guys more time to sign up and plan for it instead of like, oh, I couldn't make that one. I'm going to try to make this Saturday. I couldn't make that one. I got to do this. I'm just going to put like a couple dates on the calendar and we will just go from there. So if you guys have been wondering about that, that is how I'm planning on doing it. So one of these days I'll do a poll in here or something and get a better handle for what you guys are wanting to do and go from there. Mitch, a friend of mine uses NQ and NDX Gamma from 4X Trading YouTube channel. Will you tell me if that is sufficient in providing Gamma as well as your software? So this is a good question. I can't truly speak to what anybody else is doing. The only thing I know from my experience is when you look at this, and this is just for the NQ people out there, when I trade NQ, I'm trading it off of the structure of ES. Because if you look at the weighting of what is in SPX, right, the S&P 500, what is in the actual index, what it represents, okay, all of the companies that are in the index, and then you look at everything that's in NDX, the vast majority of the heaviest weightings in NDX is already in SPX. Okay. Are there divergences sometime, right? Yes. NQ has been more volatile than SPX has as an index lately. But when I trade the structure of ES with what I see from the SPX positioning and I execute it on NQ, the respect is there from the key levels, right? If somebody is trading off of QQQ or NDX positioning, you just have to understand they are fundamentally different things because the liquidity between those two instruments, meaning NQ and QQQ or NQ and NDX, are not as liquid, okay? It is not as tightly correlated directly as SPX and ES are. If you go look at all of the options data and all of the volume data about how much zero-date SPX options contracts are traded and hedged, based on the notional volumes, right, of billions of dollars, it far outstrips anything that NQ and QQQ or NDX correlates with. Go trade an NDX contract and tell me how liquid it is, okay? It is not the same. And QQQ is an ETF, right? It is not settled the same way an SPX contract is, right? So if you are hedging QQQ with futures, it is not the same correlation, right? Because you're not actually trading the underlying, okay? Same thing as if you were trading SPY and hedging it with futures. It is a fundamentally different thing because when you are holding your SPY contracts, you are assigned shares. That is the point of trading those for most people at size. But when you're trading SPX options, they're cash settled. So the only thing you can hedge them with is ES futures. That's how it works, okay? So I don't personally trade NQ off of anything else but this structure because of the liquidity and the size and the volume of what's traded every day, right? There's plenty to back that up. Other people may do that, right? But what they aren't able to tell you is a market maker long or short at a specific spot using QQQ or NDX? It is not as liquid and is not as reliable, I would say. So if you're going to do that, it's just like an arbitrary line. You know there's something there, but you can't correlate any kind of mechanical behavior to it the way that you do with this. That is what I would say. So that is the best answer I can give you on that. But I would challenge anybody to go look at any of my trade reviews where I have taken NQ, right, based off of this framework and not been successful with it, okay? When I caught that short last week and I took it on 9 micros, right, and we took that initial position on stream and made 15 large on that position, I took it off of this framework. So it's hard to argue with results when you catch that many points, right? So just, that's my answer there. I'm not trying to poo-poo anybody that does it with QQQ, naive gamma levels, but it's a fundamentally different situation. So hopefully that answers that question. The indicator I have on the chart, guys, is again, this is just like a Claude-produced Pine script that relies on VS3D or options depth or any other data provider to get the actual values in there to display. So this is not something I can sell you, but what you can get is you can go to one of these data providers, you can pay for it, and it's really easy to replicate an indicator like this or a different one to put it on your chart. So yeah, if you guys are just joining, you got like 15 seconds left here, guys, to get in the giveaway before we pick a winner. So I would do that very quickly. And 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the winner. Billy Choik. Congratulations, Billy, on the daily 25K 10-4 prop account. Congrats, 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 my guy. Billy, are you there? Billy, sweet Billy boy, I knew that you'd come through. I haven't seen Billy Madison in like 10 years, but I can remember that little song. Don't I have a nice rack? I don't remember the rest of it, but I know you guys probably remember Billy Madison. So congrats to Billy. So Billy, here's what I want you to do. I want you to message me on Instagram. So if you guys can just not spam the chat for like 1 second, message me here on Instagram. Send me a screenshot of your YouTube profile or whatever, so I know it was you. We'll go ahead and get you that code. And then for everybody else, that same Instagram account, follow me there, like the post when I post it about the 10-4 giveaway. And that one is going to be a buy one, get one free situation. So you're going to have to prove that you bought a 10-4 account of some kind. And then if you win the giveaway, we will give you that code. So that is the prerequisite for how we're doing that one. That one is going to be a BOGO deal. Yeah, Mike, congrats. Also, we've got another guy going live with 10-4 in the chat. Mike has been on a heater. He is starting to layer in the gamma methodology into his trading to great effect. So super happy to see him doing that. And for any of the rest of you, again, I'm not trying to sell you on anything, but if you guys are interested in this, I've had a couple people ask on the stream. I am taking kind of a little bit of a pause from the sorry, what do you want to say? I'm taking a bit of a pause on the group classes for my mentorship for kind of introducing people to the Greeks and how it works. So with that, just keep an eye out. I'll be announcing that here and on Instagram when I decide I'm going to kind of like schedule those out for like the beginner course and then any follow-ups. So I do just want to like last plug for that. I'm not going to be like talking about that as much. I'm just going to like put a date out there and just say, hey, if you want to do this, sign up here by this time. And then that leaves me a little more room to do the one-on-ones people are trying to schedule with me. I was literally up at 4:30 this morning with somebody out of the country. So that was kind of a wild one. And I am tired. So I'm struggling. Billy, I did just see your message. I will get back to you as soon as we're done with the stream here. We only got about 5 minutes left. And I did just want to make sure I could talk to you guys about this one. Again, today's profile, it is a little more red. There isn't really this balance up here. So you could maybe make the case that we might start seeing some reversion back down to a balance area. I'm not going to take a short of any kind. I think as long as we are in this trajectory, we can keep on squeezing. We are in this very mechanical kind of feedback loop. I have no interest in trying to forecast exactly where it's going to run out of steam. I wouldn't encourage you to do that either. I think if you got a piece of today, you should be very happy with getting your piece. I think anything from here on out is very much kind of a crapshoot, right? Like it's going to just come from something beyond what we're going to see in the positioning. At some point, someone's going to start taking some profits, or they're going to throw a curveball. They're going to dump a position, and it might even spike us another like 30 points higher or something. So I think it's very important to have some perspective and not step in front of the train, so to speak. So I would just caution you against thinking you're going to time the top in a very mechanical move. So be very careful. Yeah, the stream does go by fast, Jonas. I'm only here for an hour, guys. I'm a full-time worker. I've got a full-time job. I'm a full-time dad. So I'm happy to be here with you guys when I am. That is why I do the mentoring stuff on the side, because if you do want to learn more, this is 1 hour in the middle of the day. So I want more people to learn it. I'm so happy to be here and do this with you guys. We've got some really great partners I hope you guys use, like a 10-4, like Tradeify, like Lucid, to help support the channel so we can keep doing this for free. And then if you guys want that more hands-on experience and learning this in a little more intensive way, or you want to do the one-on-one or the group class method, I do offer that. So happy to help you guys however you need it. But yes, Dave, 10-4 is a prop firm. 10-4, let me get you the actual website. We'll throw it in the chat unless Leto wants to do that. But I had my browser. I was actually going to show you guys. Where did it go? 10-4.com. 10-for-the-word.com. Let's get that out there. Give them a shout. Just going live with them today after taking some daily account payouts. So I'm super happy. You and Rake definitely help for sure, said Matthew Kim. Made 4K the past 2 weeks. Congrats, Matthew. We've had some other people in here shouting that out. So congrats to you guys. We've had some, honestly, there's been a few people that were in the group classes last weekend and this week that have already been putting the Gamma method into practice and seeing some positive results. So super happy with that. We do have a code. You can use code RAKE or RT, I believe, to redeem at 10-4. This one today was a giveaway because I'm moving live. And then again, on Instagram, if you follow me, it'll be a buy one, get one if you win that code. So stay tuned for that one on Instagram. And we are so thankful to 10-4 for doing that. And I'm thankful for them for moving me live. It's going to be fun. See what we turn that into. So can I get into your next weekend class as a celebration? You know, I've been thinking about ways I can do a little giving back. For everybody that was already in one, they've got a 20% off code for future one-on-ones they can redeem on a future one-on-one. So that's something that I did. And we'll see if we can't do some more kind of giveaway stuff around any of the mentoring. I think some people, it might be a bridge too far for them, but I would encourage you guys, even the people I have worked with, just watch these streams for free every day. There is so much sauce in here. Trade reviews, going over what the pre-market plan was for the day, where we kind of saw the edge coming in. So, you know, that's the whole point of Project 365, guys, is to do this for free, to show you guys that I was just another person chasing signals for a long time. I committed to myself. I, you know, hunkered down and wanted to learn. And I went from being a guy who was just satisfied with following somebody else to like taking ownership, learning how to trade, getting that additional information about how the market works and kind of these underlying forces, right? Like the hidden engine of the market with the market maker dynamics here. So, you know, 1 hour a day, every day, same time, same place for me. Right after me, you've got Christian coming up. I am not an investor or owner, Dave, just to clarify. Christian Lomeli is going to be your host next. He is an ICT price action trader. I am Mitch. Once again, if you guys were late to join, thank you for coming. Stay tuned for our other streams. You got Ron G tonight. You've got Alan during the Asia and London session as well. And then we got the GOAT. We got Jake Ricci, Rake Trades, first thing tomorrow morning. So if you guys are new here, make sure to stay tuned for our other hosts. Everybody offers something really great and huge value for free every day. So like and subscribe if you guys don't mind, and make sure to follow me on Instagram and keep an eye out for that post, and we'll do that other 10-4 giveaway here very soon. All right. Have a great afternoon and trade safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
What's up, chat? Making a quick little Instagram post here for my story live on YouTube, which I honestly haven't done much of, but I should be. All right, little song. All right. What's up? Let's see. Getting situated here. Chat, I am the SPY and QQQ calls I've been talking about the last 2 weeks are fucking printing. They're fucking printing, chat. I am up 430% on SPY calls, and I'm up 120% on QQQ calls expiring. QQQ calls expire 2 weeks out on 8/14. SPY calls expire this week on Friday. And I'm still holding. Yeah, I'm still fucking holding. On the QQQ ones, I added more for my initial position. And I think my overall target, yeah, I made a story on this earlier, but all the month of July, I didn't really trade much. for morning, given I was traveling, and even the week I came back, I didn't trade much of last week's AM action, right? One day, potentially, if I close it out after TP gets hit, which is the 30,100, one day is going to make my month of July, right? Just the power of waiting, being patient, and honestly, quite frankly, the power of trading. Been talking about this setup literally since we were developing in this range. Every single sell-off we had, I mentioned this was what I was expecting. And what level exactly did I have in mind? The 30,100 level, which it looks like we can, honestly, it sounds crazy, but with this momentum, we could potentially get there today, right? We could potentially get there today. And if it does, I'm looking at a profit of right under 10,000 for this play, which was the risk wasn't even that big. It was just the fact that we moved nicely. And the way I'm positioned, right? And it's playing out. What a day though. You were expecting this? Yeah, okay, dude. My guy, if I wasn't expecting this, I wouldn't have put on risk. I'm not saying this is exactly what had to happen. What I'm saying is I was talking about this setting up the last 2 weeks. If you've been on stream the last 2 weeks, you know I've mentioned this play time and time again. And all I'm doing here is explaining to you guys my thought process now that it's actually playing out. If you want to go look at it on my Instagram, feel free to do so. Kind of explaining what the yeah, I mean, it's playing out. Shit, want me to not talk about it? But yeah, what's up? Just wanted to open up with that, as I am excited about it. I think PP could potentially hit today, and if it does, we'll lock in most of my contracts. I'd say probably 75% of them, and then leave one for QQQ call expiring next week. What's up, chat? Saw you crushed it again this morning. Yeah, and then on top of that, I did manage to catch 2 longs this morning on my accounts, on my day trading accounts, I guess, on futures. So that was nice. Again, I posted that on my Instagram as well. What's good, chat? What's up, Ramirez? What's up, Adam? I know you're printing, Alex. My guy Alex got in with me as well. I know he's printing as well. Your QQQ 735 calls for 731 that I got out at 8 cents, up 7,400. They expired already though, right? Stop using F word. Fuck it. That's how I'm feeling today. Fuck it. Oh shit, let me turn on my light. Hold on 1 second. That's how I'm feeling, chat. That's how I'm feeling. Bro, that shit just keeps grinding. And I mean, by all, keep fucking doing this. Give us no pullback for PM and hit TP. I'm all for it. I'm all for that shit. This is the last level I have for NQ before full TP. So do I think we're getting to full TP today? It's only... I say only, but it's 260 points away for NQ, which isn't much, right? 200 points for NQ isn't much, especially on a day like today, where the only pullbacks we've been really having are on the 5-minute chart. This full TP is not far-fetched. That backlight was missing. Go back and look at the previous streams last few days. He's expecting bullish multiple times. There you go, Adam. Yeah, for those who have been tuning in, this was exactly what I was anticipating, right? Literally for the last 2 or so weeks. And we're finally getting that action. And on my SPY calls, I got in here. On QQQ calls, I got in my first one here. And then I added more down once we start around this range. I think once we took out that low again, I added a couple more contracts. So yeah, And the overall target for this, like I mentioned time and time again on stream, was or were these relative equal highs in premium of the range, right? It's all, of course, like hindsight, it's like, yeah, obviously, bro. But yeah, in this case, I did manage to catch a nice, yeah, I'm positioned nicely. And I think we hit full TP. I really do. And then especially given how ES is trading at all-time highs. Look at this. If we close how we're looking here, I wouldn't be surprised if the weekly bar literally go back to the streams and look at what I was talking about here on ES last week on Thursday, Friday. Look at what I was talking about on ES and on NQ. Actually, I think I painted the picture on NQ. Literally, this exact move is what I kind of painted as for this coming week. And again, I've been talking about it multiple times on my Instagram, on stories, and yeah, I just hope you guys, man, I'm coming in super excited because I have been very highly convicted on this play, and I just like everything, right? I wish I would have sized in more, which I was this close to doing so yesterday, but I didn't, and it is what it is, right? You said Lomeli spicy today? Nah, none of that, brother. Let me see. None of that, my guy. None of that. How's everyone doing though? Everyone who managed to catch this move up today? How are you gonna come onto this channel and stream and tell them what to do? Nah, it's all fun. I'm joking. Since one, it's all for shits and giggles. Nothing I say. Don't take anything I say seriously. Very true. What a day. Woohoo. Yeah, what a fucking day, right? Not the whole move, but green on the day. Yeah, the two takes I took this morning were this 1 minute bearish. Again, I posted it on my Instagram today. So all these levels I were the levels I had this morning. I caught a 1 minute bearish invert, bearish BPR that went invert. Took target here, and I caught another trade at this 1 minute change in state after we kept holding this 1 minute bullish fair value gap inside I think ES at the time was trading at all-time highs. Where is that? It was somewhere around here. Yeah, at this time we were trading at all-time highs on ES. We were holding this 5 minute structure, 1 minute bullish fair value gap, 1 minute, every high kept getting respected on the 1 minute. So took that with the wider stop. The stop was at this swing low. It was a 5 minute swing low instead of having it there, which I think was a little too tight. I just didn't want to get ticked out just for it to continue, and took the full target there. So I took two trades that were each up about 1 R intraday, which again, I managed to bank on those. And what I'm really fucking excited for is this overall longer term position swing trade I have on, which again, like I mentioned, chat, I genuinely do think TP gets hit today with this speed and displacement. I do think that full TP gets hit, and if it does, I'm eating steak for dinner tonight. Steak for dinner. I don't even want to, I mean, I'm gonna look to see if anything presents itself, right? But even then, chat, looking at the 1 hour bar, like this is just fucking crazy. I mean, I'm positioned in it, which I fucking I'm happy with, but this hourly bar needs a fucking pullback. 15 bar needs a pullback. Like, chat, what the fuck is this? Right? This is action where you want to be in SPY and QQQ calls in the money, expiring on Friday and next Friday. This is the action you want to be in, and this is the action that you get multiplier on your premiums, right? So I'm all for it. Keep fucking pumping. Give me a 1 minute 100-point candle if you want. I don't give a shit if I miss it intraday. But yeah, I'm still in it, so I'm fully exposed. We could pull back and Trump can tweet something, and it is what it is. I'm accepting the risk. I just want to make that known, I guess. Caught a piece of the index. Fuck yeah, Blambo. Took a trade, got out of the trade, but it did grind in higher, of course. Got you. Caught a little bit of it, still struggling to hold winner still. I need to stick to my rule and wait for 5-minute candle closures before closing a winner. I see. Yeah, today's the day where you just hold. I think funny enough, my brother, he came to trade in with me at the home office today, and I think we're gonna make it a routine. And yeah, it was a perfect day to do so. I think he's still holding his intraday trade. He should be up about 7R. I mean, shout out Brian if you're in here. But I think he should be at the gym right now. But yeah, we both crushed it. Caught a bit of it, still holding, still struggling to hold winner still. I need this. Oh, I already read that. Still holding. Caught a small chunk of a move in the morning. Got some extra scalps in long since 9:44 Eastern, I'm assuming. Sheesh, yeah, you're fucking printing as well. I bought last night, but it sold off in 100 points, and I got stopped out. Bottom ticked me and never looked back. Synthetic. It's not his channel, buddy. It's Jake's. Yeah, it's Jake's channel. No one's denying that, brother. Game of phone or if it's not. Yeah, thank you. I just read your message too. Congrats on the trade, my guy. Thank you, brother. Yeah, and I didn't say that to offend anyone either. It's I was mentioning this setup throughout the last couple of weeks. So if you were in here the last couple of weeks, you would have known how convicted I was. And even if you, for those who do follow me on Instagram, the story post, not only this weekend, right, but last week, so on and so forth, which sheesh. What the fuck is this action, man? Keep on fucking coming. Keep on coming, chat. Again, target, it seems far-fetched, right? But the 30,194 level here, I wouldn't be surprised if we hit that by end of day. And if we do so, I'm covering majority of my position on my SPY QQQ in SPY and QQQ calls. We'll post on Instagram after I close. Just for those tuning in. TP. TP at 30,094 level. Yeah, I don't know if we get there today or not, but that is the TP. I think that I can easily see us pulling back on the hourly. Because that's super. This is the type of action you think you get when you start trading. You think this is trading, but you come to find out that this only comes about once every other month, maybe. Once a quarter, if that, right? And when they do come, I want to make sure I'm positioned in something, right, to catch the bigger move that I'm anticipating. I got a friend that brand new to trading. He was down to his last $50, put it all in extreme high risk ping pong game and made 5K, then it put it all into the move. That's crazy, Adrian. Yeah, shit like that is risk it for the biscuit, man. At about 8 RR now, entered the OB retouch. Oh. Got you. Fuck yeah. What's up, Leo? My guy. NAS going to all-time highs. Mark my words while you get in while you still can. Decent profits to be made. Honestly, brother, I have some the QQQ call options expire 2 weeks from now. On those, I'm still the SPY calls. I'll probably I'm in this weird dilemma, but I'm gonna stick to my rules and take out majority of my position here at the target that I initially had, right? But when a sharp move like this happens, you get enticed, right? You start doing the math, the numbers in your head. I'm like, okay, we continue to all-time highs by next week. Literally another weekly bar, assuming this one closes somewhere around that range. Another weekly bar like that, and we're at all-time highs. ES is already at all-time highs. So I start doing the math. If I hold till expiration, that'll fucking pay. I'm talking about, yeah, that'll pay. So it's this weird mix. So I'm with you, brother. Yeah, 30,000 for sure incoming, I think. But even then though, chat, intraday, there's not much you can really do here, honestly. What are you gonna do? Long this 1 minute inside bar? Or this 1 minute pullback? like I hope you guys understand. Like, I'm not longing this on my futures account. I'm letting the options play do its thing, and if you guys want to go, I've been very vocal about this. Next resistance on NQ for me, I have 30,000 around 30,090. But again, looking at the hourly chat, the hourly is very overextended, so I wouldn't be surprised if we keep going. But would it make sense if we just do this for the rest of the session and maybe dump a little bit through Asia and just to continue later? Like, that's very reasonable if you ask me. But with this speed and displacement we've been having the last couple of days, or the last 2 days, like I wouldn't be surprised if we just continue and slowly trail into overall targets, which again, the targets are the same targets I've been talking about the last 3 weeks now, damn near, are these relative equal highs and premium of the range. Let's see. Finally getting a little pullback here on the 5 minute. What's up, Leo? I already said that. This frustrating. Yeah, bro, don't blink. I get you. 1000% understand what you're talking about. If I wasn't in this and I was already anticipating the move, I would have been, honestly, I would have been like a whole different energy, right? But the fact that I was anticipating this and I sized accordingly, I was willing to risk a certain amount, and it's paying off now. Give it to me. This is what we're kind of waiting for as traders, is positioning yourself in high conviction trades, and if they do play out, they pay amazing. Completely forgot about my Americano. Yeah, honestly, for me, I kind of wish I wasn't streaming right now, just to completely close screen, set an alert at like 12:50, just to see where the options are, just so I'm not, because at this point every fluctuation is pretty heavy on my account, right? So for me, so I'm looking at it and I'm just like, oh, should I just fucking close some? Yo, what up, Mikes? But yes, we'll pull back to test the prior all-time highs, but we will go high before that happens. Not necessarily. We don't have to test it, right? Every time, look at SPY. Looking at SPY, SPY literally gapped over the prior all-time highs. Every time that's done so, we just continue, right? All-time highs, gap over it, continue gapping, right? And for the next coming weeks, displacive action. Every single time we gapped over all-time highs, displacive action the next couple of days, right? Every single time we gap over an important level of an important all-time high, meaning like a clear all-time high that we haven't broken in a while, all-time highs, right? Green bullish bar, continue. We don't have to come back to retest, right? That was the all-time. So now this is yeah, every single time. Now could it? Yeah, sure. That can clearly, shit, it can happen tomorrow and all these unrealized profits can go away, but that's the risk I'm willing to put on myself, right? Yeah, that 4-hour bar is just fucking crazy. The hourly just even crazier in my opinion. No pullback. Which, yeah, a pullback is indeed, I think, would be healthy. But if we continue, man, it's let's see, if we invert this bearish bar, I would be willing to try one intraday. We'd be inverting this bearish BPR here on the 1 minute. After rebalancing it to a 5-minute fair value gap, probably would go break even pretty soon on this. $15-minute bar closes here in the next couple minutes. This is literally the first 15-minute bar. Actually, no. Take that back. Yeah, let's see if we get anything intraday here. Scalp into high of day, and yeah, let's see what we get. What's up, Pimp? My guy, A Miller. What's up, brother? Don't give back good profits, my boy. Nah, never that. Well, technically, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with giving out profits because the overall target for me is on the larger time frame is 30,100. So even if we are red tomorrow and we pull back, I'm okay with that. Armin, my guy, what's up, brother? Shorts? Absolutely fucking not. Honestly, I'd be looking to try a stab here long if this inverts. The hourly bar closes here. Sheesh, that hourly bar is just crazy. Yeah, if this inverts, I'd be willing to give it a shot here. probably go break even pretty soon, honestly. Probably like at the high. Just trying to play the momentum. Yeah, if this wants to continue, I'm trying it. Any trades? Yes, I'm in QQQ and SPY calls, which I'm up pretty nicely right now. And intraday, I took 2 trades this morning, both green. And for PM so far, looking at this potential setup. So far, amazing fucking day. Chat is liking the song. Sent you a Lomeli Power Hour song on Discord to play. I'll pop it up right now. Let's see. Let's see. I'm waiting to see if I get a setup here, and I'll pop it up right now. A new one, got you. Polar Bear, my guy. What's up, brother? Yes, I got 2 trades this morning. I got I kind of reviewed a little bit of in stream here before I started. Took this one and this one. So bank 2 trades intraday, and then as far as my swing goes, they're fucking printing. It's gonna crash because I went long. Nah, brother, don't say that. With this momentum, I wouldn't be surprised if we hit 30,000 today. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit 30,000 with this momentum today. But again, on the flip side, just pop up the hourly and tell me if you would long this hourly. If this was a 1-minute bar on the hourly, would you long this? Fuck no, right? So we just tapped into that 15-minute fair value gap. Let's see. If this 1 minute still inverts, I'm still interested. But this, I guess the swing low would have to hold. Otherwise, I'm kind of gonna zoom out of it more and assume that the momentum here on the 5 and 15 is kind of over, and now we're getting kind of like this hourly pullback here, which is completely healthy, right? The hourly pullback is completely healthy. What caused this move? In my opinion, everyone trades their own way, right? But what I was looking at was the same thing I keep mentioning on stream, right? We pulled back to an hourly or a monthly fair value gap. Not only that, it was discount of the range, damn near, basically. The weekly fair value gap, right? Holding this bullish fair value gap here, right? Last week's bar closed above the prior bar's low, right? In an area of interest, right? This was the area that I was interested in for the last couple weeks. Now on the daily, on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we didn't really get that change in that speed and direction until we got this change in state, right? Once we got that change in state, basically the close over the last up candle with displacement, every pullback into a fair value gap has been displaced to the upside, which has only been this one through Asia yesterday. And so far, the 4 hour has just been fucking crazy displacive now. So if you were to ask me why did this happen, it's because higher time frame context aligned with intraday context. Trying to see if I catch a momentum play here into. Even then, the hourly is very Yeah, we'll see. If we get to invert this 1 minute bearish BPR, I'd probably take it. Even if we break or close over the midway point somewhere around there. Be willing to take a stab. Probably go break even pretty soon. Targeting like this 2R for the next level. Yeah, if we want to continue, we're not slowing down for shit. And if so, I want to make sure I'm at least trying it, you know? Compa, le puse los costs también en SPY y esos en 500. Sheesh, you took the same trade, Manuel? Literally the same trade or what? Said got stopped out, safe to go long. That's how it be, bro. Looks like a banger is coming today, even for you. Yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, yeah, I could really say nothing else other than I'm happy with my execution today and happy with price. Lomeli lying that, but he did not turn it down. Impressive. See, fuck yeah, Manuel. Hell yeah, I know you're fucking printing. Yeah, it's looking like we might get a pullback here on the hourly, which is good. Let's see. Where did my fucking logo go? Honestly, yeah, this last 4-hour bar looks fucking amazing. Sorry, excuse my language if I say fuck too much, but that's me, man. This 4-hour bar looks amazing. It looks like a bar that if the next bar at least holds the midway point, we're just gonna smash into TP. Either today, tomorrow, but regardless, I'm still holding. Fuck it. I trust people more that curse. Shit, honestly, me too. Fuck it. No, it's funny. When I first started this whole streaming stuff, my mom, whenever I'd go over to her house, she'd be like, "You should stop cursing a lot." And I was like, it made me think. I'm like, fuck, am I really? Made me think, do I actually curse a lot? Then I had to sit down with myself. I'm like, fuck it. Brother, how do you remember that shit? I talked about it once. Oh, shit. Let's see. Do we close over that, at least over the midway point? Kind of what I'd be interested in. Yeah, that's fine. Trust the guy who uses dish soap instead of shampoo. Fuck it, we ball, Lambo. Fuck it, we ball. You know what's funny? Like, you guys might think it's a joke, but whenever I think of risk, that phrase always comes up. in my mind, fuck it, we ball. Like, fuck it, we ball. Like, I don't know. There's this a reel I saw the other day. I think it was by TJR, which kind of made me laugh. He's like, most people think of risk as like a bad thing, when in reality, if you risk your current situation and you lose it all, like nothing really changes. And it got me thinking, like in theory, if I risked three times the amount I did on this trade, my life wouldn't really change. I don't know. It just got me thinking a lot about fuck it, we ball. Like, fuck it, we ball. Risk is required for gain in anything you do, right? Need to drop soon. Fuck it. Let's play. We're not getting an entry here soon, so let's play the song. Let's play Armin's song here. Let's see.
1:30 Eastern. Morning traders are exhausted. London traders are asleep. The market has already trapped everybody twice. But the power hour is just getting started. Lomeli trades. Project 365. Run it. Yeah. 4-hour high, levels on the screen, and Q moving dirty, but Lomeli moving clean. Liquidity above, liquidity below. Chat asks where we entering. Christians that you'll know. Fair value gap and in order block 2. Swing high, waiting like it knows what to do. Market rate a little, and it finally slips. Banger of a short, and a whole chat flips. One clean entry, barely any stress, no drop down. Your screenshot, success. Everyone celebrates, acting like they understood. 5 minutes earlier, we're playing where he stood. Trying to predict every candle in real time. Let the setup begin. Lomeli's liquidity, she's green.
What the fuck are even these shades? My girl just walked in the scene. She handed me these shades. I just realized they're fucking. Thought they were mine. Oh man, that's fire. What a vibe. What a vibe. What a vibe.
Now the chat wants 10. Christian says stay calm, then they oversize again. Code break the checkout, save a little cash. Use the extra money when your challenge account gets smashed. Chat says it was manipulation, market isn't fair. No, brother, you bought the top with your stop loss in the air.
Yeah, Lomeli look like Ray. That's the first thing I thought of, right? With the glasses. His rake would have these, he would put on shades on stream. Ah, shout out Armin for this, honestly. Shout out Armin in the chat. Fire, fire. Man, Armin, appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you, my guy. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah.
Did it rate liquidity? Did it respect the zone? Did chat enter early? Yes. And now the blown. Did Lomeli stay patient? Yes. Was the short a banger? Yes. Did somebody ask, is this bullish? After 3 giant red candles? Yes. Power hour pressure, afternoon heat.
Sorry if I'm a little quiet. I'm actually listening.
Trend or a range, he adapts to the scene. While chat draws 30 arrows on a 1-minute screen. One later moved the stop, one chased the high. One missed the setup and demanded to know why. Christian breaks it down, every candle, every wick. The setup was regret. Can you show it again real quick? Lomeli on the screen. Liquidity got rated, execution looking clean.
Fire.
Let the funded journey run. Project 365 until the trading day is done.
Fire, Armin. Shout out Armin again. Once again, thank you. Trading anthem. Spit that 16 bars. Talking about bars, the song I've been playing all day today. Oh shit. Fuck. The song I've been playing all day today has been this.
I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Hey, I got like 80. North side, south side, west side, up top. North side, south side, up. You niggas know me never win. I get money, they can't hold it. I've been busting down AP back when y'all niggas was rockin' rollin'. Y'all didn't know about Jay-Z till y'all seen me and my homies. I was trying to chase my dream. I had like 20 bands with a 40. I had a new Glock with a Chevy. Got my weed off, I'm ready. It was a seesaw with that trap shit, but I bounced back, I'm heavy. It was a seesaw with that rap.
What you know about Meek, man? Peace out, Armin. Appreciate you again. Once again, brother.
I can't be around no jealous shit. I'm really the motivation. I can't be around no telling shit.
Not even joking, chat. That'll probably be my workout song for the next week. All right, so let's see. I know this might be a little late entry after this 1 minute BPR, bearish BPR, but given how the hourly is, that's the only thing I'd be comfortable with taking, right? We get a closure above the midway point, at least minimum. For this bearish BPR, that's kind of what I'd be comfortable with. So we just got the change in, or sorry, the invert here, invert there, which probably get in now, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna be patient here. I know you bumping after those calls, Princeton. Best believe that shit was bumping on my way to Starbucks. On my way back. Yeah, I got like. So let's see if we get this invert. If so, I want to try these. When things change, they gonna change forever. My guy Adrian, you know, fuck yeah. Let's see if we hold this 1 minute bullish BPR here. Got a bearish gap. And we have a bullish gap here on the 1 minute. If we hold this and then invert this, this is a long for me. Which I could have taken the long slightly sooner, but we have this bearish BPR at premium after the hourly looks like this. Yeah, we'll see how we react here. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if we reject premium of the range in this 5 minute bearish BPR on ES, or do we just displace higher and invert it? That's kind of what I'm waiting for here. And if we want to invert it, then I want to be a part of it. 5:30 in. Let's see, do we get an entry or no? I don't like how we're kind of, ideally I want ES to kind of invert this as well. Yeah, the entry would be me kind of taking the trade, assuming that 30,000 would hit essentially, which, man, like I'm looking at the hourly, and again, that's a crazy hourly. We just got a 15-minute buy. Probably a displacement above the swing high. I'd move to break even. See, do we hold that 1 minute order block, or do we reject that 1 minute bearish BPR? I have a 5 minute fair value gap here, which I think we might want to come down and retest. And if so, and kind of create this potential higher low, that can give me a better stop. Looking like I don't want to. Yeah, as soon as we invert this, I'm taking it. He just wants to rip. Holy shit, bro. What a day. I know, it's been a crazy day, honestly. If only every day was like today, right? Lomeli, do you change prop firm? What do you mean? Like, did I recently change? No. I personally think that it's every time frame combined doing what they're doing. I think that's why we got the move. The fact that the monthly's aligned, right? The weekly's aligned, the daily's aligned, the 4 hours aligned, everything's aligning. I think it's just everything aligning. I think that part of the reason is, like, my biggest goal this year with my trading was to, whenever I see higher time frame perspective plays, to actually take them with size. And I guess I took it this time, but it wasn't with size at all, which I kind of regret not getting it with size. But yeah, kind of kicking myself for that, which is annoying. But all right, looking at an entry here, if we close above it. Unless we get a pullback into this 5 minute bullish fair value gap, I'd be, again, we haven't closed above it yet, so no entry for me just yet. Not liking this. I wanted it to invert literally within one candle with speed, and we're kind of just consolidating in what quote unquote is resistance, right? So in this case, a pullback would be, I'd be loving a little bit better. $50, so we're gonna close here soon. Again, not yet. I want to get in now, but I think a small little pullback into this range would be nice. Would be about discount of the range. Sorry, I'm locking in on price here just because I do think I can get an entry here. So I've been fasting all day as well. All I've had are 2 cups of black coffee, which lower high than short. Not for me. I'd be looking for a lower high than long, to be honest. Given how we're acting though, I don't even know if I want a long. A closure above it, given how we're, man. But today's day has just simply been displacive. So if today's the day to take an entry, an early entry per se, there's a day to take that. It's today. But yeah, just give me a pullback and Q and then into here and then invert that within 1 minute and I'm in. What's QQQ trading at? 1 second, just to know. All right, fire. I have 7:30 calls. Cool. Fire, yeah. This is exactly what I want to see. A pullback and then continuation. Yeah, if we invert this now, I'd honestly probably go break even as soon as we hit the high, just because I don't want to be in a trade when the hourly is this extended. So even if I do get an entry, I'd go break even literally right away at the high. Just given the hourly, looking at the hourly, I do not want to be stuck in a pullback, which inevitably would stop me out if this hourly pulls back, right? That 15-minute bar is looking to close kind of somewhat bearish, right? So is this the start of a pullback here, or is it simply just a continuation here that we're getting? Man, I'm fucking wired on caffeine, chat. I'm fucking wired. Especially given that I've had no food. Fucking wired. Let's go. Fuck yeah. Let's go, man. Let's go. Yeah, I'm realizing I'm locked in, and I'm kind of like, I know I'm wired when I'm all over the place, when I'm high energy and I'm just yeah, it's fucking coffee only for you as well. Yeah, and I've been trying to do more just black coffee, like Americanos and like that. I don't know. Just literally having nothing else in my stomach other than that. Bros on meth, not coffee? Fuck no. If I was on meth, I don't know how I'd feel. So let's see if we invert this. If so, I'd be taking it again. I bet you this 1 minute candle is gonna fucking explode to all-time highs again and fucking not give me an entry. Fucking bet you, man. $20 left on this 1 minute bar. All right, I'm taking this. I'm trying that. Low wider stop, but anticipating that 30,000 to get hit, essentially. Yes, Panta. I'm in alarm. Dev, what's up, Dev? You said I joined you. Let's just stop that together. Sheesh, let's see. Let's see what we do. Hey, keep that energy out, though. Let's hit TP together. How about that? Sheesh. Total of almost 700% on my contracts together, cumulative. Crazy. A minute. Yeah, I didn't want to have a tight stop just because I'd rather have a wider stop and just give it breathing room. But again, I'll probably go to break even once we take out the swing high, just given the hourly. Honestly, looking at the hourly, I don't want to be stuck in this hourly. I'd rather just take the lot or take the break even, and then if I get another entry after the hourly pulls back, I'll try it. Right? But if we displace higher and continue with this momentum, I want to be in it. The aura is brazy. What aura, bro? Gonna go on a walk the dog. That should be back on before stream ends. Doing this to make sure I keep the prostate. Fuck yeah, yeah. Do what's got to be done. Fuck yeah. One would say this is very overextended, but one thing I learned about the rally back in this April is that when price moves, there's no such thing as overextended. When price wants to move, there's no such thing as overextended. Right? So we'll see if we continue. Yeah, but if we come back and take my stop, it's more than likely that for the rest of the session, we're just either going to range or pull back. So even then, I probably wouldn't take anything if we stop me out after this. So it's more than likely one and done type of day for me PM. Hopefully, we smash through the swing high and continue. And we continue higher. And I take profits on some of my position here at 30,100. That would be in the ideal scenario for the last hour. But looking at the hourly, what would be more ideal is if we range and consolidate, right? So let's see. Facts, I learned that too. Yeah, NQ can rip straight to all-time highs. Traders, it's overextended. NQ, hold my beer. Bro, literally. We'll see if we pull back into this 5-minute bullish gap here. If so, and we create this kind of like curling pattern, would move my stop up and potentially look to add. But for now, literally just holding. Stop at the lows and yeah. Set an alert here at the high. And yeah, let's see what we get, chat. Today is what you call a FOMO-inducing day. FOMO-inducing day today, chat. Better popular demand. 7777, chat. The lucky number. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we trade to all-time high once again and just fucking start exploding higher after that. Chat, question for chat, which probably wouldn't really influence my decision, but if full TP gets hit at 30,090, let's say, I'm contemplating getting out. For sure, get out 50%. I was thinking 75. Or should I get out a little bit less and let the move happen if it wants to happen? That's kind of what I'm fighting right now mentally. Which is looking like we might have topped out here at the end of stream, which is fine given, again, the hourly and the 4-hour. So long we range at the upper end, this is looking amazing for tomorrow. But yeah, I guess if and when TP does hit, if and when, because it's still quite literally could reverse. That's kind of what I'm fighting mentally. How do I manage that? We tap the 5-minute gap here. Let's see if that is what drives us higher. Or do we just dump and stop us out? I don't think SpaceX has that muscle to influence NQ that much, or the overall market as much. But shit, anything can happen, right? Let's see if we can hold this and invert this. If we can, I'll probably move my stop up to that swing low. Damn, we're fucking dumping. Of course it happens for PM. Stick to your original game plan of taking at least some profits at original TP, but given the displacement on the chart, that's where you decided based off your experience if you want to hold the rest. Like Jay says, ask yourself, would you be upset? Well, which would upset you more? Yeah, that's kind of what I've been fighting all day today. Kind of if we get another day like today towards TP, do I want to continue holding? For sure, I think I've made up my mind. I'm closing out half. Now it's like, do I hold half or do I hold 25 or do I close out the whole position? How do I go about that, I guess, is what I'm dealing, right? But I think at TP, I would for sure close out of half, absolutely half. Lomeli, I got stopped out. What trade you take? You took logs, I'm assuming? I would always be more pissed about easy profits. Yeah, 50% is perfect. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. We'll see. It depends on how fast we get there. If we get there today, for sure taking only 50 off, or maybe even holding for tomorrow. But if we get there by Friday, let's say, then I'll more than likely take majority of it off. Yeah, currently holding this 5-minute bullish gap here in discount of the range. So let's see if we continue holding or we go to stop. To be honest, chat, I wouldn't doubt it if we continue lower and create this range, or not the range, a pullback on the hourly. It's inevitable, right, to get that, which would mean it would set up a continuation into the coming tomorrow, essentially. So genuinely not even upset if that happens. 5, they close in the next 2 minutes. Feels good predicting the higher time frame though. Well done, my guy. Yeah, Adrian. Yeah, it feels amazing when you position yourself accordingly, right? When you're not in the trade, however, and you predict certain things, or not predict, when you create a game plan around certain things and you're not positioned, that's where it fucks you up mentally. At least it does for me. So last April, I caught a similar trade, or not this April, but last April 2025, I caught a similar trade with options and equities that time, which again, I made a decent amount, but I told myself since then, whenever setups present themselves on the higher time frames, to make sure I capitalize on them with size, right? Now, this time I capitalized them on the setup, but not with size. Definitely not with size. I could have been in 3 times the amount, and it could have been a very good trade, but it's all hindsight, of course. If we invert that 1 minute bearish gap, I'd be moving our stops to that new swing low. Got bottomed. If it were yesterday and I offered you your current profits to take today off, would you have taken the day off? I don't think I understand the question. Rephrase that. Come again. Black Axe. If you were to offer me my current profits, take the day off, would you have taken the day off? I don't know if I'm understanding that correctly. Rephrase that. Minute. Okay, I just moved my stop to that new swing low. Move my stop to that new swing low. It's discounted the range OTE. We inverted basically this 1 minute bearish gap. Let's see if we continue. Probably I'm gonna add a couple more contracts here. Nothing crazy.
Order filled.
Let's see. Yeah, what it looks like as well, Ryga, is literally just a consolidation to then trade higher. But yeah, I'm with you. It's looking like it could potentially slow down. I'm still gonna follow the original game plan. It's probably go break even after the swing high gets taken. Yeah, probably go break. I don't want to get stuck in chop. Again, only reason I'm doing that is because of the hourly. The hourly looks like a fucking 1 minute time frame right now with that displacement. 1 second. I need to go take a quick leak, a quick pee. Give me 1 second, chat. Back, chat. I'm back, chat. I gotta take a quick big pee, Aaron. A quick big pee, chat. Not a little one. Let's see if we break out of this swing high. I think I'm just gonna move to break even and save myself the stress of getting caught up in a pullback on the hourly. Because again, the hourly is looking very fucking overextended here. I think if we break out of the high, we should continue. If we don't, we take that as a sign, right? So that's kind of the thought process behind this. Was that satisfying one? Yeah, it was a satisfying peak for sure. What the fuck? Oh shit. It was a very satisfying piss. Not gonna lie. Today, chat. Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. So looking at a potential. 1 second, chat. I'm trying to find a video. To find a video from last week. I'll find it later. I'll find it later, chat. But yeah, inside hourly bar, is it? Oh shit, we could, yeah, basically. Yeah, this momentum today was crazy. See if we even take out the swing high, chat. It's looking like we might. Might not even do so. Will you add to this to the position? What position? The optioned one or this intraday one? Power hour has been honestly not uneventful, I guess. Not really much we've been getting other than consolidating. Day long. Let's see, chat. Do we break out of high of day on NQ or do we range for the entirety of this session? My take is just that we break the high, displace higher the last 30 minutes. We just continue trailing higher, and this was about the only pullback we got. That's just what I think. So long we hold this low, right? But anything can happen, right? Got this 5-minute BPR here. Yeah, that's the same reason I'm going break even after the swing high gets taken, if it gets taken. Just because I'm aware of what's been happening, right? I'm aware of context. I got 2 nice trades in the morning. I'm in a very good trade, right? That I'm looking to potentially close tomorrow or Thursday. So I'm aware of context is what I'm getting at. I'm aware of context, chat. Hate how the market can keep making you highs, and here I am trying to short. Like, why is my mind set this way? No guts to long, thinking we... The thing you gotta understand, bro, is go back on every displacive move we've had on the daily. Whenever we get displacive moves, such as like the one we had back in April this year, pullbacks tend to just pull back on a very small time frame just to continue, especially through New York. And then through PM, what tends to happen is we just range, kind of like what we're seeing now. So if you're trying to short this bar, I would say you're too zoomed in. And you're setting your thought, you're imposing your thoughts onto the market. You're saying, I think the market is going to go down because the market is up a lot. Think about that. You're taking trades because you think the market is too overextended, right? You could have said, that's kind of similar to what I was thinking here. I'm like, shit, we're too overextended. We're about to just take out highs, the all-time highs. All right, shorts have to come. Right? Which is why I underperformed when I should have been better positioned, right? We just kept trading higher. We'd have a pullback for 2-3 days, higher, until we have that big sell-off here, right? So similar to this, ES is literally at all-time fucking high. SPY gapped over the all-time high today and is looking to close like a very bullish green bar. NQ, everything is just bullish. Why would you want to be shorting this or going against it? Rather just trade what's in front of you. And even if you get stopped out, you're trading what's in front of you. Man, this shit's doing nothing. Who has earnings today's chat? Someone said SPX and what else? I'm not gonna lie, chat. I'm kind of liking this over caffeinated, fasted state. I feel very energetic. Which one would argue that it could be bad, but all right. At the break of the high, chat, I'm going break even. If we get it, we keep fucking flirting with it. If we don't get it, then it's okay. But if we break the swing high, what I'm anticipating price do is like the 1 minute bars to start becoming displacive. Otherwise, I don't want to be a part of this, and I'm just gonna call it a session. There's 30 minutes left of my stream. I'm up nicely, so I'm not gonna mess that up. All right, so we just took that out. Break even. Break even on this trade. If we wick back down into my entry, I don't give a shit. I want to be out of this. I don't want to be stuck in this higher time frame range. If we break out of the swing high, I want us to continue today's momentum. Literally what we're fucking seeing is what I want to see, chat. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. No, but in all seriousness, break even now. And holy shit, fucking give me that. Fucking give me that, chat. Holy shit, man. That's crazy. I'll more than likely probably be trailing along the way. But yeah, the next target I have on NQ is literally the 30,000. And I'm pretty confident if this momentum continues, we get there and maybe even perhaps 30,100 after hours if we have enough time. I get money, gotta start playing. Brian, what's up, Brian? Are you still holding, my G? For everyone watching, Brian trades is my blood brother that we I think we took a similar trade this morning. I think he might still be holding. What's up, chat? What's up, chat? It's funny that me when I first got him into trading, I presented everything I know to him, and he it's funny how like different minds think differently. He gravitated towards literally almost Jake's level to level system, bar by bar. So we trade completely different, but we end up taking, for the most part, the same trades. Printing's in your blood. Yes, sir. Holy shit, chat. I keep opening up the my Robinhood app and 700% Denier. Crazy. I just got out right now, actually. Fuck yeah. No, good call. Good trade, Brian, honestly. What levels do you have up above you, Brian? On NQ, I guess, not ES. If any. I think you had mentioned 940. Yeah, Chad, if this takes me out at break even, give it to me. Pause. If this stops me out at break even, I'll take it. Wait, pause again. If this stops me out at break even, I'll be happy. There you go. Nice. Oh shit, man. Yeah, but in all seriousness, if it comes back to break even, I don't even care. Like, I don't care, genuinely. Given chat, look at the fucking hourly. Look at the hourly chart. This is not the 1 minute. This is not the 15-second chart. This is the hourly time frame. What the fuck? What the fuck, chat? That's us how your brother just clipped the top. Sus how, Polar Bear? The sell-off would be good tomorrow. I wouldn't even say a sell-off. I think we'll see though. We'll see what we get. Yeah, rain brain. That's literally what I was thinking, honestly. But part of me is just kind of thinking, for all I know, I might regret this, but I'm thinking hold till full TP, right? For me, full TP has always been 30,100 on NQ. Especially if the daily closes near to where it's at. I think that full TP would be coming, especially with this hourly displacement. What the fuck? It makes me eager to sell, although I know technically I shouldn't, if that makes sense. He sold the top, he sold near high of day. How's that sus? Brian, send me a picture of your execution so I can show them. I just got your message, bro. You said, what's the P&L on Robinhood? You got a great attitude, Lomeli. It makes me happy to see people like you making money. My guy, Mac, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, my guy. Seriously. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It means a lot. Yeah, chat. Really kind of just vibing here now. Letting both trades play out. My intraday position is at break even. My options are fucking printing. And just vibing. Vibing. ES is almost at high of day. What a fucking market, man. Fuck yeah, Polar Bear. Flow state indeed. Holy shit, 700 milligrams of caffeine is wild. $700 milligrams of caffeine is fucking crazy. What the fuck? You're telling me you probably had a, what, 2 coffees minimum, an energy drink? Or is it all off caffeine? Yeah, at this point, chat, if we don't hit 30,000 by end of stream, I would be surprised. Chat, so my brother just sent me the executions. Watch, just for those that were hating. Okay, hold on. So this is all right. That's my brother's executions today. Shout out Brian in the chat. Nah, fuck yeah, Brian. You fucking diamond hand mother. Nah, good fucking trade, Brian. Good fucking trade. W Brian in the chat. He said, when is Brian streaming? Fuck. Whenever he's he has time, I'll and he's trading PM as well, I'll introduce him to you guys. Yes, it's the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Yeah, brother caught a fucking, what was it, like an 8-hour trade damn near? No, I'm not even close. By the time of your last execution, you probably are looking at, I'm not even making this up, probably 20R. Am I tripping, Brian, or? He said, don't ever tell me your mom trades or some shit. Nah, hell no. Nah, both my mom or dad I don't even think they have a broker account. Which, to be fair, chat, I've told my dad about these positions. Whenever it's like a longer term thing, but they don't get it. Oh shit, I forgot. I'm on face. Sorry, chat. Sorry. Last execution basically 10R. Fuck yeah, that's still great. That's amazing. That beats my, what was it? Fucking 3R for the day on my morning. What's up, William, my guy? Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about, William. Yeah, getting back in, the only literal entry was somewhere in this range. Getting in here at literally all-time high, AES being literally at all-time high, is kind of dangerous, I would say. Lomeli, why don't you do your own YouTube channel? I do have my own YouTube. I have my own YouTube that I haven't posted much of, but there's it's this right here. I have a couple videos, 3 videos up. ICT Simplified, day in the life. So yeah, I do have a YouTube channel, which I plan on posting a lot more on, but yeah. I'm back. Looks like I didn't miss much. Just a slow creep up. Yeah, literally just a slow up burn. We're back at break even. Yeah, everything's solid. Another day like today would be crazy for those premiums. I'm even just thinking about it. It makes me yeah, part of me wants to close, but full TP. I'm gonna hold for full TP. 150 points. That would be, let's see, per hour. So we're about to break out of high of day here. Yeah, 30,000 is hitting today, chat. 30,000 is hitting. 30,000 is coming. Oh shit, my guy, Sydney. If you're watching, appreciate you, brother. Yo, Sydney, are you in here, brother? He just sent me a layout that looks pretty cool. Similar shit, just looks pretty cool. Thank you, brother. Sydney, that's you, Jay? Got you. Yeah, I just went up on our previous messages. Got you. No, my guy, appreciate it, brother. Like logo or something. Yeah, you're right. No, I'm definitely gonna text you after stream. Lomeli, let me get your number. Again, just like yesterday, I'm hoping you're a female. Actually, I should probably take that back because my girlfriend's probably watching. Chat, I did not mean anything. Everything was... What the fuck am I saying? Said that in lowercase. Oh, shit. Jet, literally on. I plead the fifth. All right, chat, what are you guys talking about? You guys are just putting words in my mouth. Chat is literally putting words in my mouth. I don't know what you guys are talking about. The caffeine talking. Probably, bro. So it seems like ES is going to break out of high of day once again. Yes, it's I drank an Americano in the morning, and then this is from Starbucks. Just a grande iced Americano. Yeah. Which was free, by the way. My brother's girlfriend got it for us. Shout out her. Yeah, this hourly chart is absurd. Literally looks like a 15-second chart. Fucking crazy. But that's what we live for. We live for days like this, and if luckily for me, I managed to. I'm in it right now. I'll consider it realized once I actually lock it in. For now, it's unrealized, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But so far, looking so good. You know what, chat? Just for the sake of my streak, I am gonna lock it in. For the sake of streak, I'm gonna lock it in. It's about a 1 hour, a little bit over 1 hour. I'm gonna lock it in. The streak is over on stream. Locked in a win. I don't care what happens next. Literally locked it in. For the sake of stream chat, I am all out, and I just want to lock in a winner. I just want to genuinely want to lock in a winner for PM, although I probably shouldn't have. I'm looking at the hourly and shit, like I just want to lock it in. I want to lock it in. I'm all done. A little bit over 1 hour. And for PM here, so the streak is officially fucking dead. One second, chat. Fire, fire, fire. Yeah, I locked in a win. Fuck it. Locked in a win for PM. 2 wins for AM. Up crazy on options. Still holding those options. Probably into tomorrow, honestly, unless we get a big spike here into PM. Which I doubt. But, yeah, we're ending on a fucking amazing note. Brian. Thank you, brother. Fuck yeah. Are you at the gym right now? I might pull up on you. I might pull up on you right now. Did you just get there? Ah, you're done? Fuck. Yeah, I'm literally holding until that level. We'll see if we get there over. Hopefully we wait and get there tomorrow morning. That way it gives me time to exit, because I would hate for us to get there through Asia or London and then pull away from it during New York. So let's see what we get. Ideally we get over 30,000 before market close, and if so, if we get speed through the close, which we still possibly can 30 minutes in, I would look to close some of the position. But man, it's tough decisions, man. Yeah, chat, that's pretty much it for me. I'm going to go ahead and close it out. I'm going to make myself a quick meal and, yeah, get situated, because I got to leave my house. I completely forgot about that. Can't even work out right now. I got to leave my house and do some things here, which I have about an hour drive away. So that's it for me, chat. I hope you guys caught whatever. I hope you guys caught this whole move, which would be crazy if you did. I mean, I kind of did on options, but didn't get in today. Got in Friday. Again, for those, I think someone had mentioned they were in the position as well. I'm targeting. I might look to close some of it today if we get speed through over the 30,000. Overall targets would be that 30,100 or 30,090, which we could quite literally get there tomorrow. We're so overextended to the point where a pullback is needed, right? So I'm kind of mentally prepping myself for that. My premiums are pretty much at a peak right now. I'm mentally prepping for that pullback to happen. So yeah, literally holding these. SPY is looking to close very bullish over the all-time high gap. So I wouldn't be surprised if we gap up tomorrow and then create another bar like such, right? Of course, is what I would want. And given on price, again, I also wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow is an inside bar. So a lot of scenarios, all I could really do is follow the game plan that I created for myself, which is targets at 30,100, right? We finally got this invert. We got this invert. So getting out now would be getting out of a position based off of P&L from my current standpoint, although it is very, very overextended. I'm also aware that the move isn't quite done yet, and I want to make sure I capitalize as much as I can from the move, right? So yeah, tomorrow coming into the morning, hopefully we can hold the 30,100 and first thing in the morning kind of break through that and potentially even continue, right? If we break through that with speed, shit, all-time highs on NQ are not far-fetched. And if that does come, and I'm still holding, and we'll see how we are by then, but yeah, should be fun. So that was a little just overview as to my thought process, partially for me, so I could come back and rewatch these last couple of thoughts when I do close my position to see if it was valid thinking or not. But yeah, that's literally it for me. Thank you guys for watching, and appreciate you, Adam. Yeah, thank you, Adam. Sammy, my guy, appreciate you. NQ Girly, thank you. Bye. Appreciate you. Appreciate every single one of you guys for watching every single day. And yeah, the streak is officially over. Streak is officially over. Have a good one. My guy. Fuck yeah, Jay. Thank you, brother. My guy, Brian. Thank you, brother. A little humble last 7R trade today. Yeah. That's what we're hoping for, Polar Bear. Before we go, let's hit 150 likes. Fuck it. Why not? We're at 100 likes. Yeah, that's it for me, chat. Gotta get out of here. Gotta skedaddle. Man, Caffeine got me saying a whole bunch of nonsense. All right, chat. That's it for me. I'll see you guys later, and thank you for watching. Peace.